Hey everybody, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm Rizzo.
I'm Zero.
And I'm DK. On this episode of Anime Reaction, we watched the first episode of Gin no Guardian.
If you want to check out our reaction to the first episode of Gin no Guardian, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you'd like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And
Thanks for watching.
So, on the first episode of Gin no Guardian, we got explained absolutely fucking nothing.
Oh my god! What the fuck was that?
Typical howliners.
I will reiterate what I said during the reaction, which is that felt like a very, very bad... Like, basically we were in the mind of somebody who has Chunibyo, but they're not a good storyteller.
Like, okay, so I have absolutely no qualms coming out and saying I'm a Chunibyo. I have no qualms saying that.
Neither do we.
Because, like, in my mind, I have a good sense of fucking reality, you know, and I have no problem, you know, distinguishing reality and fiction. But when it comes to like blending those two parts of me, like that part is. There's such a gray line between what is, you know, suitable for public and what's not. This is definitely on the what's not side of the line.
Well, yeah, so in this episode, I'm going to run through very, very quickly. We got introduction to the pink-haired girl whose name we were...
Riku Ray.
Yeah, Riku Ray. We got an introduction to our main character on a
Suijin?
Yeah,
Suijin?
on a pyramid.
Scroll down.
My bad. We got introduced to the main character on a pyramid as if he was Jet Li in the one at the end.
In another dimension.
In
where
another
the moon
dimension.
has a skull in
and
it.
he's fighting zombies. Then we got a flashback to a year ago where he's a normal student as a lifeguard at the pool, even though he can't swim, so that kind of defeats the purpose.
Well,
of
he did say he's
lifeguard.
just a pool cleaner.
Yeah, and some asshole throws his cat into the pool, so he jumps in to
Dickhead.
rescue it and gets rescued by the pink-haired girl. Then we go back to him fighting zombies by the pyramid.
The storytelling is piss poor.
Literally nothing in this episode. Nothing in this episode.
To explain why our boy Suigin is fighting zombies in that other dimension. You usually want to explain that in the first episode.
Yeah, this episode sucked.
Well, I
Thank
don't
you,
want to.
Howliners. You still suck.
I would say I don't want to say it sucks. I just want to say it's typical Howliners still.
What Minless just said in the comments, I mean, it must have been really hard to follow. Yeah, that it was extremely hard to follow. I found Handshakers and Ange Verge more easily to follow. I found the shittiest anime that we've ever come up with easier to follow.
No. Aiken has a story that's easier to follow than this. It's not much of one. Actually, it's not really one, but it still flows better.
I know that I may be drunk, but yes,
Flip Flappers actually gets really good after like episode 7.
Flip Flappers was definitely easier to follow.
Yeah, but Flip Flappers is easier to follow. Even Inge Verge, it's like, I know what the story is, it's just not good. There's no story. Like, I didn't see a hint of a fucking story.
We're introduced to like 5 different characters, only 2 of which we know the name of. 3 of which, if you include the mascot cat.
Wanchoi.
But we're introduced to the pink-haired girl, we're introduced to the main silver-haired dude, and we're introduced to the cat. That is absolutely it. Who else are we introduced to?
I think Suigen's friend, but forgot his name.
Yeah, we're introduced to the friend who threw the cat in the...
The asshole threw the cat in the pool, and then the green-haired friend who was, I guess, talking with Suigen and had a girl hanging off his arm. And that's it. He was just there.
There is literally...
That was a weird part, too. That was like, oh, by the way, you were totally rescued by this pink-haired girl who's totally, like, a super student and all that. And then, like, it goes back to showing that part where he woke up after being rescued from the pool, and suddenly his friend has a girl hanging off of his arm. Just like, what?
Just random, I guess.
So,
It's so weird.
It is extremely weird. But I do gotta say that the action sequences was rather well done.
And actually, overall, for a Howliners series, or Studio Amon series, this is probably their best work yet.
I mean, Blood of Wars was...
Blood of Wars sucks so much dick it breathes semen instead of air.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. We could not get past episode 2. Could not. We tried to get past episode 3, and we literally could not finish the episode. It was that bad.
I thought the action sequences in Hitori no Shida were okay.
Yeah.
But the rest of the anime was awful.
The characters were awful. I didn't like any of the characters.
I actually think that the 3D, going off of what Fanta just said in chat, going off the 3D, I think that it was okay, but because there wasn't any foundation onto where we're going on the story, the 3D that they used was just like, ugh.
It was just spectacle.
Where are we going? What are we doing here?
There was nothing.
I did say that it was the action sequences that were good in Hitori no Shida. The rest of it was awful. Like, every other bit of it was awful.
Yeah.
So, it's so strange. Howliners, I hope you will ever watch this. I doubt it, but if you do watch this, please...
Stop sucking semen.
You are an action sequence studio. That is it. Please stop trying to throw out a bunch of unique things that are basically just that. Just
Stop ruining stories with good potential with shitty writing and shitty visual storytelling.
This first episode has got to be the second worst episode I've ever seen. Like,
I think it falls under like maybe the 6th or 7th worst that I've ever seen. But I mean, you gotta also remember, I really, really hated Ange Verge. I really, really hated Hatsukoi Monster.
Hatsukoi Monster was awful.
And that's just the stuff that we've actually watched on Anime Reaction. So
yeah. Hatsukoi Monster was definitely one of those that we could not even finish episode 1. So
I'm afraid that your prayers will probably not be answered, Minless.
I really hope that you can do better, because the animation that I've seen is amazing.
Oh man, in this particular discussion, we have no chill, and our chat has no chill.
Our chat has no chill. Yeah.
But stories.
Yeah, please just help out with
help out with
other studios
like CG and in between for like smaller Japanese studios, and learn from them. Learn from them how to adapt manga and light novel stories.
Isn't that how Studio Nut did them? Like they were doing in betweens for a long a good long while Studios before they were just like they came out with Yojo Senki, which was basically their debut completely on their own.
Well, that's how most
anime.
Japanese studios do it. Where
that's how like Shaft got their start, right?
They'll do in-betweens and stuff for a long time.
Or they're
in-betweens, action sequences, shit like that.
Yeah.
They'll basically help out on other anime for a long time before they do their debut anime.
Or in the case of Trigger, they're founded by staff from huge studios.
Yeah.
Like the staff from Gainax who split out to form Trigger.
So there is a person in chat, Minless. You have seen the source material. You say it's okay, and I do trust you that the source material is okay, because I've seen other source materials that you have asked me to look at, and I love them. But is episode 1 up to snuff on chapter 1, chapter 0 of Get No Guardian? That is the main thing.
Oh God, no!
Oh God, no! And there's your answer.
There's your answer.
There's your answer. So basically, would I watch his anime? No. Would I read the manhwa? Yes, probably I would. So
maybe what was the joke? Directors who make Hollywood movies based on books and whatnot need book slappers.
right.
Yeah, Studio Iamon, Howliners, they need book slappers, hardcore. They need manhwa authors and publishers to really get involved, I think. I mean, more so than they obviously have not been.
So basically, would I recommend this anime? Fuck no.
I cannot recommend this anime in good conscience.
I cannot recommend this anime to myself, which is a Chunibyo,
And that's it. And actually, here's the thing. All 3 of the Hellliner series we've started, we've done reactions for.
They should be right up my alley as far as
They should be
go.
up all our. That's in our wheelhouse. So, fantastic, stories like that.
Basically a mixture of fantasy and
Noble
and
sacrifice
slice of
memories.
life and stuff like that. And all 3 of them have sucked. A big fat one.
Yeah, the potential for extreme awesomeness was there, and Hellliners just blew it every time. So,
Now, I totally understand the making weapons out of almost nothing, and basically this dreamscape of a completely different world where he's sitting on top of a Aztec pyramid and beating the crap out of tons and tons of zombies and giants and stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure you drew something like that in high school.
I did. I totally did.
Damn it. Communist China's spying on you, bro.
I swear they are. But this is, I totally understand where this is coming from, but unfortunately the story is not backing it up. Absolutely. It has to back it up.
I think Howliners just doesn't understand that not everybody who comes to watch the anime read the manhwa. So they actually do need to cover that shit.
They 100% do, because I have no idea. And this is coming from my nickname on chat is Dark Flame Zero. Come on. I am
Circle the pose. Pose. Here we go.
I have no problem coming out that I'm completely Chunibyo. Come on. Come on, guys.
Yes, we all
did.
posed,
We all did
actually.
answer.
Come on, guys. You gotta give me something to latch on to other than visuals. You gotta give me something to latch on to other than cute tits and ass and visual.
I do admit, Studio Howliners definitely does that very well too.
They do
Tits
fan
and
service
ass.
pretty well.
And that's what drives me fucking crazy.
There's always just that one story-related
Everything
detail,
seems to be done well except for the story, and that's the breaking point for
Yeah,
me.
in Hattori no Shida, I didn't like the characters. I mean, what was it?
Well,
Sauron, the main guy, he was a whiny little bitch.
No,
Bao Bao
I
was a
liked
total bitch.
what's her name, the quiet girl.
Bao Bao, or the Yandere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I liked her just fine. It's just
It's devoid of personality, and
everybody else
devoid of a
sucked,
whole lot
and
of-
the story wasn't really doing it for me.
Yeah, and in Blood of Wars, oh my god, it was just so incoherent. It didn't know what kind of story it wanted to be. And
So-
in here, it's just there's no exposition from the outset whatsoever. It's just boy fights zombies, makes gets resuscitated by a hot girl he's interested in pool, and that's it. It's just there.
So those who are watching at home, if you guys do not see episode 2, we cannot at all, rely on this anime. Like, this is a failed anime in our eyes.
Yeah.
And the fact that it got episode 1 done and over with
is a miracle of nature.
Yeah.
Let's be blunt.
Well, let's be honest. It's probably a good thing that it was a short form.
Probably.
Agreed.
But as Fanta said, every Chinese anime that we've watched has gotten worse and worse and worse.
I have to
let's
slightly
see.
disagree.
Hitori no Shida, we got like 4 or 5 episodes in.
That was all right, yeah.
And then Blood of Wars, we got 3 episodes
3,
in. This one, we got 1 episode in when we realized that it was shit.
Experience is a great teacher. But actually, I think that Blood of Wars was worse than this.
I will totally agree.
But
Yeah,
it's
I
just
think so too.
it's just that the total lack of exposition, it just told me that this is going to go the same way of Blood of Wars and Hitori no Shida.
Yeah.
So again, experience being the teacher it is, that's why we're basically dropping it here and now.
So this is, we'll probably look at episode 2. If you do not see the reaction, we are not going to continue doing this. If you do not see the reaction for episode 2, we are not continuing this series. Like,
Guilty!
End of story.
The penalty is death.
Death to the heretic!
Heretic, 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 heretic.
That being said, I sincerely hope Howliners gets their shit together, because their action sequences.
Burn him with poses.
Yeah, their action sequences are amazing. Their fan service was done very well.
I wouldn't say amazing. They're no A1, but they're decent. There's potential still.
Yeah, I would say that their action sequences are done to an acceptable level. They're no A1, they're no Studio Shaft, they're no
Mappa, they're no Ufotable.
They are a B quality.
They're no nut.
They're no nut.
They are a B.
They don't
B
got
quality. B minus B quality. They are definitely not an A plus, but they're definitely up there in quality. They can do better.
Their action sequences are decent. I feel that they really do fan service really well, because they do fan service without going too overboard with it and making it awkward.
Mild titillation, really.
Yeah. But for God's sake, they need to find a director who knows how to convey a story.
Agreed.
And one of these days, maybe one of these days, I'll show you exactly how my Chunibyo mind works. And just to show you how far off my mind goes, and how much it actually says that I cannot stand this anime.
Pretty much. Yeah, this anime was bad. I think that we've talked this one to death.
I think
to be honest, we probably talked longer than the episode actually was on this.
Yeah.
Anyway, this episode was bad. If you don't see an episode 2, it means that we're completely dropping the series. So, let us know what you thought of the anime and what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. Come on, thumbs down if you don't.
But in all likeliness, that's going to do it for this series on Anime Reaction. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.
Just probably not on this series.
Not on this series.
We tried.
The reaction was funny. It was probably mostly us just sitting there.
I think it's our standard fare. We tried Minless. We tried.
I'm definitely drunk.
So that'll make it funnier.
So that's definitely going to make it funnier. And go ahead and click on my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu or Koro Sensei to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help support us, please, please, please go ahead and check out our Patreon page. Oh, begging you.